Today, we talk about EuroGames and their impact on the global economy. What? No. EuroGames are actually fun and some of the best games out there, especially for new gamers. Global economy? No, that's not what this is about. Who's writing this? Hey, and welcome to the Board Game Sherpa YouTube channel, where our goal is to take fear out of learning new board games and help open up this wonderful hobby of board gaming to curious folks who just don't know how to start. Last episode, we talked about Ameritrash games and all the unnecessary issues surrounding them. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out after you watch this. These two board game types will always be connected to each other. But first, the obvious question. What are EuroGames? EuroGames is a confusing term that goes back to when these games started coming out. As with most naming origins, there's quite a bit of controversy to what actually happened, so who knows exactly what the specific facts are. But EuroGames have been around since at least the 1960s with the game Acquire. The term EuroGames got a lot more popular after the German-style board game Settlers of Catan made a huge splash in 1905 and really jump-started the German board game, or EuroGame, market. Settlers of Catan is a wonderful game designed by Klaus Teber and originally was published by Cosmos Games. Basically, you play against your opponents, building settlements which produce resources, and those resources help you get other resources. You can trade with other players and gain cards that will give you advantages. It's a very popular game, and as of 2020, they had sold 32 million copies in 40 different languages. The cool thing about Settlers of Catan is that it's a great gateway game. It gently introduces new players into the board game hobby beyond your standard monopolies in life. There'll be a future episode on the best gateway games, so subscribe and comment below what your favorites are. You might just be included in a future episode. But let's get back to what makes a EuroGame. EuroGames are games that usually have these features. They favor strategy rather than the randomness of a lucky dice roll. Yes, good dice rolls will help you in a game like Settlers of Catan, but if you don't implement some sort of strategy of what to do with the rewards of your lucky rolls, there's a really good chance you're going to lose the game. Number two, in EuroGames, themes just isn't that important. While most games have some sort of overall theme to them, EuroGames are not trying to immerse you in the game narrative. The strategy and game mechanics are more important. The gateway game, Ticket to Ride, has the theme of building train lines across the United States, but the key takeaway from the game is working on strategy to make the most profitable train routes. And finally, number three, EuroGames favor passive competition. As opposed to Ameritrash games, the goal in EuroGames is not to destroy or bankrupt your opponents mercilessly, but to get more victory points to them at the end of the game. In other great gateway games like Splendor or Carcassonne, as long as you have more victory points or control more of the game board than your opponent at the end of the game, you win. So that's what EuroGames are. I know it sounds like a snobby category, but as someone who has Luchador and Survive in my top 5 favorite games, I'm definitely not much for snobbery. Also, some of these EuroGames are the best gateway games to introduce players into the next level of board gaming. Watch for my next episode of Board Game Sherpa where I'll go more into what I think the best gateway games are. So subscribe if you want to hear more. And while you're at it, why not give this channel a big thumbs up? It'll really help me out and we can bring a few more players into the hobby, which will help you out when you're trying to find people to play your favorite games with. Deal? All right, go hit those likes, comment, and subscribe buttons, and we all win. See you next episode. Take care.